Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you. Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you.
Yo, we used to have one something named Harpic at Jamaica where we use clean bathroom and them something. I wonder if Harpic still about. Harpic, but most of the people used to use it when we young, because Harpic, was like, I don't know, people buy them something they regularly know, but you have some things where my mother was a helper. So when we go people yard, most of people yard and thing, we see that something there when you Harpic, where people use clean bathroom and all them something there, right? It's something related to bleach, but it's not liquid. You sprinkle it like look a powder something there. Mission, you remember Harpic? You know what is Harpic? Where they used to use clean bathroom. I wonder if you remember what that is, Mission. Harpic. Harpic. Harpic, right? Harpic are from Kelvinator days, I don't know about, the Stewart, them. Adam Stewart, big up yourself. Your father set it with ATL Butch. But before ATL and them people, Mission, Harpic still about. Cheryl Bless, you probably know two and them something about. Them used to use a clean bathroom. This are from Kelvinator days, man. These are appliance days. We talk home electrics days, And them days they went time, them look at something they used to run the place in terms of appliances. And them brand they used to run the thing. Yeah, we're not young again, so we know the road with this and that. Anyway, people, the Usain thing, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Usain, and it's not looking good for the country. Abkafit Senley put out something today, so apparently the SSL, the folks over at SSL, apparently they have so generally I say Harpic is in liquid now. Yeah, you probably, well, I know I'm older than you, bossy. Sean, I know I'm older than you, I know say you're a young boy for me, but you're older than Prezi and them too, so you are gonna know what it. Sean, me see your text, but I go on like say you're older than me, Sean, you're picking for me, Okay. Don't do it. Me see your text are coming from you. Don't bright yourself for go try to say you're a bigger man for me, Sean. Me wait for the text here, Okay. He said, no, man, just a tops. Sean, big up yourself, my general. Blessings, man. But anyway, people, Jamaica. The Usain drama. And I don't want people to think that I'm ignoring the other people who lose their money. I am not. Right? So I just want to remind people, say, it's a bunch of people lose their money and thing. But understand that the folks over at SSL, that they have come out with a statement. Basically, I explain them situation. I haven't read it. I have screenshots of it here. It's quite long. Let me see. I'm going to let me read the first part to see if I get a tone. I like where it's going without reading it. But the board and management of Stocks and Securities Limited intended to. This says press release for immediate release from board and management of Stocks and Securities. But now I read everything in them. I just read one little part just to get the tone. Because sometimes you can't just read these things at the beginning and have a sense of what is it that they're going to say. I already know that, and this may sound cynical, right? It may sound devoid of optimism, which it is. And the only reason why it is because what is happening here with Stocks and Securities Limited, versions of it have played out before. Simply put, this is not the first time we have a big scandal with millions of dollars missing in Jamaica, to put it simple, right? Where the country and the little man and the little woman out there, they are the ones who ultimately suffer for it. And sadly, where people get away with the robbery. The only thing that is markedly different in this rendition of Jamaica's cycle of corruption resulting in fiscal malfeasance on the part of those who are actively engaging in relieving innocent people of their earned income and so forth, and the countries, and robbing the country's purse and them thing and whatever. The only thing that is markedly different here is that in the midst of it, we have a phenomenally popular individual, one Usain Bolt. And his presence alone is going to cause this thing to not unfold in close proximity to the way that other financial scandals unfolded in Jamaica, right? So that is the only difference we're going to have here, is that Usain involved in this, and he is a publicity magnet where the world, is going to be watching this and say, whatever happened with that thing down there with Usain in Jamaica? What became of it? So you're going to always have that. And then now the other thing is that we live in a day and age now where, social media and the media, is such that the world is so interconnected, and you have so many people out there who are engaged in activities that approximate journalism or reporting and so forth, that, there's just going to be a rampant exchange of information on this matter for a long time to come. People who have them YouTube channel like myself, people who say them have them own local news house and them thing. This is going to be talked about for a while because of, Usain being in the mix of it and thing, and the amount of money we him lose and thing. But outside of that, this is nothing new in Jamaica. Sadly, we have been here before. And based on what obtained before, one, if anybody get blamed for it, it's going to be some little small people. Assuming that it's not just some little small people alone who do it. If such is the case, then such is the case. Then it's irrelevant who is to be blamed if you catch the only people to be blamed. But the way this thing is shaping up, and the way me get it and thing, you did have thief who say somebody else a thief, and them got thief too, with the understanding that the somebody else are going to get blamed for them thief. I don't know if that is proven. I'm just saying with those possibilities in the mix and thing, we may have the thing just resulting in same old. Either nobody get blamed for it, or one or two somebody get blamed for it who are low on the totem pole, who either don't have the resources or the connections to shield off the people them who are going to come for them. So I could read the SSL, just the first part of it. It's fairly long, so I'm not going to read it. So I just want to read the first part, and then I have something to say. But a big matter, relating to this will come up with reference to the Prime Minister. But anyway, it goes, the board and management of Stocks and Securities Limited intended to facilitate law enforcement and other professional investigators as they probe the recent events. Events. Yo, Prezi, they might talk about the robbery and them say events. They do these things, you know, at Stocks and Securities Limited without making public comment. However, it has become necessary to set the record straight in respect of some damaging and widely repeated inaccuracies, which suggest, inter alia, that the SSL directors and management sought to dispose of assets in order to frustrate efforts by authorities to take control of same. This is simply untrue. Here are the facts regarding that false allegation, as well as some other canards. Now, you remember me tell you, say you can't just start read these things and you know where it's going. As it should. So basically, right away, you know that this is not going to yield any real substantive information about who thieved the money. Because right away from the first paragraph, the position here is, uno out there say some things about some things were going and uno wrong. And this press release is to tell uno how uno wrong. So this is basically from the board of directors, right? And the senior people, basically, them start defend themselves already. Because from the first paragraph, them basically I said, we never did ever say nothing. We just did ever cooperate with law enforcement. But because of the out there chat one bag of lie and all these things, with reference to the SSL directors and management and their alleged disposal of assets in order to frustrate the authorities to take control. So basically, I don't even need to read this further. Basically, this is the board, you know, basically I will come out and defend themselves, shield themselves, right? So people, you can assume that this press release here, some meeting was held, minds came together, we need to say something, we need to get ahead of the narrative out there that is gaining legs about us supposedly disposing of assets in order to frustrate the efforts of the authorities doing the investigation. We need to say something. So they came together, whoever these people are, and put together this information. I am assuming that they also had counsel look at it, a lawyer look at it, not one, not two, but lawyers with different expertise, criminal lawyer, financial, financial crimes, expert on these things and whatever. And I'm basically making sure that they don't engage in any legal exposure and things like that. Because generally with these things, one thing with these people, what they understand is once these things come out, shut your damn mouth. Don't say nothing. Make the lawyer them deal with it, right? And lawyers like when them have clients who know how to shut them out and make the lawyer them deal with it, okay? So when you see them come out and thing and I put out this thing, you know what say, this is part of the game. And what is the game? Pivot. Control the narrative. Put some out there to make people say, oh, well, at least them never sit down quiet, so them say something to defend themselves, given that people out there say this and that about them. So this is just part, people, of a process, which is carefully crafted words, and sadly, you're going to see a pivot away, a carefully choreographed pivot away from the money with thief and all references. It started already. Law enforcement is investigating it, and we need to leave it to them. The same law enforcement people who unfortunately have to answer to enough of them same people. The same law enforcement who from the way other things them play out. And me I tell you, when I used to work in media in Jamaica, can't tell you how many times police come pinch me. People, hey, wanna blame police for enough things. When a police wanna for blame, you know. Listen to Mass Raga. Me used to do it too. Me used to do it too until me learn. I used to beat the police them too, because there's this whole there's this thing that we're raised with, you know, as if like police have absolute control over criminal investigations, and police have absolute control over the regulation of wrong and right in Jamaica and whatever, because they're law enforcement, you know, and the courts too. But, you know, police, especially in this instance, given that they are the arresting authority, you know, who will bring, you know, the arrested parties, you know, for the prosecutorial process, right? And I'm telling you, people, that over the years, I mean, I lie, nothing me gonna tell you to me keep my mouth shut too. I am guilty of that too. There's nothing when me learn the truth about what really I go on, and me keep my mouth shut too. But me, Ragashanti, I tell you, say, enough time police want to do them work in this country, Jamaica, right? And a powerful people stop them from doing them for do. Enough time police want to do them work to make this country better. And a powerful people stop them. So when we see this thing that come out here now from stocks and securities, I'm sure there might be some innocent parties who, you know, who are unfortunately ensnared in this you know, litany of accusations and things that are, you know, baseless and unfounded with reference to some of these people and whatever. And I'm sure they, you know, I wouldn't want to be in their position too, you know, being blamed for something that they're not involved with. I am not inclined to think that every single member and staff member of Stocks and Securities Limited were involved, you know, in some form of skullduggery and or criminality and whatever, none of which is yet proven. So, you know, there might be some innocent people there who are, just by virtue of their affiliation with the company, they are now being maligned and treated in ways, you know, that are, you know, that are wrong, you know, in terms of the accusations on them. But nonetheless, what we're seeing here is the usual choreography. There are parties out there who engage in damage control. Them know the right people and for call and thing, and them know what to say. They call this person, we can't let this go out because this going to look bad for so and so and whatever. And that is how the game is played, people. And so this is just part of the process. But what does this all mean? Well, what it means is the people them now get back their money. Again, you know, we just go with how the thing go from before. When the money they're missing, and thing. One, the people them now get back their money. Two, if this go the same way or the other thing them they go, enough people are gonna get where with the missing money. Which also means Usain now get back in money. You know? And this press release is part of that game. So again, I'm saying there has to be some innocent parties involved. Well, I am assuming there's some innocent parties involved, and they are, you know, defending themselves as they should. But the guilty parties, them, again, if we go by how what has happened before, them are going to get to it. You say now get back in money. I'm not being a pessimist here. I'm just being a realist. I'm being practical. And just like many other Jamaicans, I am interpreting this process that it is likely to unfold in ways similar, fundamentally similar to, to similar instances from before. And so we're seeing, now we're seeing a pivot. If you listen, the primary language coming out from, some of the stakeholders and leaders there, it's a commentary of protect the nation. That is what I'm hearing, That is what I'm hearing from the Prime Minister. That is what I'm hearing from the Minister of Finance, Mr. Clark. That is what I'm hearing from. There's this thing now where it is not explicitly stated as such, but it is like patriotism should now prevail. We need to think about country. And if we allow this thing to, gain legs and take off, then it represents a serious threat to, the economic health of the country. And the economic health of the country, if it suffers any devastation there, then the tentacles from that devastation, it could potentially result in significant social upheaval in the country and, and all kind of corresponding problems. So that is a language we're hearing now. Right? The Prime Minister is repeatedly talking about Jamaica being, recognized as one of the safer financial hubs in the Caribbean and thing, competitive with the others, and basically saying that is not supposed to be threatened, And the minister said, and all of that is being emphasized. That is what is being pushed. And but before them push that, them always start with a look at things. People are investigated, so we can't say nothing about it, but people are investigated. But what I'm saying to you, Jamaica, the people who are investigating it, they are being watched by, if powerful people are involved in this, them are watching people and want to investigate them and make sure them pick who to investigate it. Them want to know who are the lead investigator. Them want to know which party the lead investigator line. Can they align this person with it? Who is the right person for put on it? I saw the just telling you how the game play. Right? Who we going to put on this? Jones? Who is Jones? No, me did see him over so with Miss Amanda from the party that we need to call so and get somebody else on it. How about Stanley? Stanley, who is Stanley? One of we man, he went to so and so school with whatever, and his Paul's friend, and thing, and them go up together and whatever, team player man, and him understand the thing and whatever. And I remember we took care of him with so and so when he was okay, all right, then see if we can get Stanley to take the lead on this thing, yeah. Then Stanley take the lead and whatever, and just watch the team when pick and whatever. And before them put out any press release, can we get a look on whatever it is they're putting out? And I saw the game run. I saw them something I run people. So they are giving you the impression that the police are autonomous and working independently on this thing. Yeah? And think, damn foolish. Jamaican run. So, but me have to talk something now and it ticklish. So it ticklish. Me I telling you from now, it ticklish. 1. 2, when me ever say, it can potentially draw out enough of the partisan people who either say PNP or either say JLP. What I'm about to say have nothing to do with the fight there. I understand that politics is adversarial. I get it. It's competitive. I get it. I understand that whoever is in the party, whoever is in power, them, whoever is not in power, them always focus on trying to get out whoever is in power. So them I look for be a fault with them. And then whoever is in power, them always focus on saying, when only did in a power, I understand that. That is just part of the game. But what I'm about to say has nothing to do with that. Even though I know that somehow I'm not going to take it there same way, because I can't help but only reason in terms of PNP versus JLP. But there's a significant debate out there regarding the Prime Minister's involvement with SSL, right? And the Prime Minister come out and make say him did have some investment in a SSL and that him did remove him money from SSL, right? That is public knowledge, right? Apparently the Prime Minister removed him money in a 2021, right? People who we owe them something at work is you put your money in an entity like SSL. It's not a bank, it's an investment. It's basically an investment club. It's an investment agency, right? And they invest your money. And the idea is that their expertise with the markets are such that they, whether you have a diversified portfolio or one that is aggressive or one that focuses on bonds and things, or, one that, is designed, not to take any strong risk, but to just stay the course over years and years and accumulate profit. These are the ideas that these people are expert money managers and they know how to build wealth, build money by your money. So the Prime Minister wasn't give them fee money, presumably, ostensibly, and they were investing in money. But then the Prime Minister take out fee money. 2021, the Prime Minister took out fee money. All right, people, what is going on here? What some people don't understand is them realize that the reports thus far, when I can't check out Abka and the thing and whatever, because I'm always on top of these things. The reports thus far, people, is that the money are robbed up from at least 2010. So the money's been a wrap up. Different people money are wrap up from 2010. All right. People, apparently some big government agency, I must say, I which one person, National Housing Trust are one of them people. Some big government agency did all have what heap of money in a stocks and securities, right? Limited to, right? And apparently the Prime Minister did have fee money, because Prime Minister said him take out fee money 2021. And money I take out from 2010. People, if the Prime Minister did have fee money in there, right? If big government agencies did have fee them money in there, right? And probably still do. And the money I thief from 2010. That means the thief was selective enough for money them thief. That means if the money thief, which my officer on radio, but we know what I go on. So if the money thief, it means it thief, I look when the account them and I say, no, we can't touch bro God money right here. So we got 2 gunshots in our body. You understand? Or some, what is National Housing Trust, National Insurance? No, we can't touch that money. We can't touch our money there. We can't touch our money there. Who this? No, we here say no. He might always get a range of fire shot with Wally Palmer. We're not touching money. What? Usain? Usain and a gun, man. Usain money we are going walla, People are wickedness them something, So what is happening now, is that the Prime Minister is in a very awkward position, but he has no choice but to say what he's saying, people. He have to do it that way there. But make no mistake about it. He's in a very, 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 very uncomfortable position. Why? People, it is standard for people to put their money in investment agencies and take them out. So the fact that the Prime Minister take out the money, there's nothing strange about that. People will go, invest with Morgan Stanley up here or Citicorp or whatever, and then we take it out and then we carry it, go a TD, this or whatever. People, that is standard, right? But the Prime Minister is now in a position where the question is asked, did you know something make you take out your money? And if you didn't know something, did you have a responsibility to take some action to eliminate whatever thing you didn't know make you say, make I take out my money? Did the Prime Minister, did anybody thief any money out of the Prime Minister account when it was in there? These are questions that going to have to be asking of people. And nobody, it look like nobody now ask all them questions and go that people let me go on the record and know the Prime Minister. And this is a disclaimer. We're not best of friends or anything. And I'm not being disrespectful, but it's somebody I know. Kingsley, Raga, Andrew, that is how we talk. And from what I know of the Prime Minister for all these years, even before him reach where him there, people, I am being objectively fair. This is a nice man. I don't know if he is a bad man otherwise, you know. Me I tell you, so what me know about him is a nice, pleasant person. In fact, for a long time, them did have said the Prime Minister was a nerd. So nice that a lot of people, like, without getting in, you know, whatever, when people are doing road and are going to whole heap of look at this and that, the Prime Minister was, for a long time, was understand to be like a good boy, you know, whatever. But though I'm not disrespecting him, right? I want to know that I respect the position that he's in, right? So what I know of him, when Andrew and Raga talk, is a pleasant person. When we talk about policy and whatever, I had no reason to believe this man have wished the country bad or ill and whatever, and I had no reason to believe anything untoward about him. And the Prime Minister is no more guilty of creative ignorance as exercised by all other politicians. He's no more guilty of that than anybody else, right? That being said, here's a question. If the Prime Minister money in there and he saw reasons for take out fee money, did the Prime Minister in his capacity as an officer of the country's executive, did he hold a fiduciary responsibility to ensure that whatever him did avoid, other people should have help other people to avoid it? I'm not saying that he didn't know. I'm just saying I don't know how you're going to flesh out these things, you know, with the law. Or even outside of the law, just common decency. Right? Now, there's a lot more being said here. Some want to hear it already. I am not going there. For the simple reason, I don't know if it's true, because people have, there's a lot of accusations being bandied about, and you know, some of it, the source from it is the usual games that are played here. They're played in Jamaica. I'm in New York, but I'm referring to Jamaica. I'm broadcasting from New York right now on the Bridge 99 FM in Jamaica. So I'm at the IrieJam studios, yeah. What I'm saying is, when these things come about, there's a lot being said, you know, tawdry, sensational, salacious, you know, inflammatory, you know, highly accusatory, egregious, egregious allegations being said. We know the drill. President Ernie said the stream I go in and out fee. See, I don't know. He said the stream I go in and out fee. Check it. He's over there in Chicago listening. Now left me out, you know, I'm a general. Look out for them, for me. I want to make sure so them are here. So there's a lot being said, you know, and again, it's the usual partisan gamesmanship. And I'm not going there because there's no evidence to support these things on either side of the aisle in terms of what the accusations are, as egregious and inflammatory as they are. So I'm not going there. I'm just saying, on a very base level, though, the Prime Minister is in a most uncomfortable position because, again, we're not going into the details or whatever and the accusations, but let's say that there are reasons why the Prime Minister removed fee money. And if the Prime Minister removed fee money, it because of certain reasons, he's now exposed in a way where, to be fair to Usain and everybody else and thing, who never removed for their money because they didn't think that there was any reason to remove their money. And keep in mind, some people are saying Usain money didn't even reach the account. The account did work, but it never even did reach it. So that is another story. But anyway, you have people who the money was there and so forth and things like that. They are now in a position, understandably, what am I say? Did the Prime... Oh, Munji says she are here, Lord. Did the Prime Minister know something that make him take out his money? And is that something related to what happened to the other people who lose them much millions? And if the Prime Minister didn't know something, what did he know? And if the Prime Minister knows something, did he have a fiduciary responsibility in his capacity as Prime Minister and as a member of the state, the premier member of the state's executive, which really constitutionally is the Governor General? Sadly, that is the case. But in terms of operations, we know it is the Prime Minister. How much did he know, or as the law says, should have known with respect to protecting the people of the country? But soon come to the break, Prezi, right? And I think it is only fair that the people who lost their money, that they get some answers to that. People, you know what all this redounds to? Only see where I go on with the traffic thing out there now, what the government do, right? Rightly so. Mr. Cliff used an interview a man in a president. The man said, I must have 39 years, he might get ticket and a pay none, you know. Me serious about 29 or 39, something like so, you know. It's out there, it got viral a little bit. So I understand that. But when you look on that now, what them put on them foot, and you see the little man and the little woman being held accountable out there. You understand what I say? And we see the Jamaica Constabulary Force online, and them are line on all of the new fine them where them are going to put on people now, right? And when people say, oh, we have to do that to the little man, what is the response? Jamaica is an indisciplined country. And we need to start from small, don't it? And hold everybody accountable. Because we want a culture of accountability that applies to everybody. So when you're wrong, you're wrong. And those who commit the wrongs, they're punished appropriately. And I saw we see the little man them out there now. Hundreds, thousands of people now with this new traffic thing and this new technology and all this something with them put out there now. So just as how those people are being held accountable, we need to have the other people them who are thief up the real money now, the big money. When we say real money, we mean enough of money. Who the people them who are engaged, who have been repeatedly engaging in these types of activities that result in, we should even say, a black eye, right? That because that is even a racist term, because a black eye really come from white people get punching at them eye, I want to know, and then there's another instance of black being bad. But that results in something bad for the country. And over again, we see those people, they are not held accountable, right? Let me go on another example. The Metropolitan Police, them at Jamaica, them still are give it to the people them who sell on the street, right? I see some of them police there mash up a woman style with her things and whatever. You know, people, remember, you know, these are people who are trying to make an honest living out there. I sell a little this and them a hustle out there in the sun and them go out there from 6 o'clock a morning and I left out till 8 o'clock at night, 7, 8 o'clock at night. And make little money and all them something over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. We see when the police have beat these people out there, me not ask you to see it on the video them myself. You understand? A phone time now, a video time now. As back to drop everybody here, say drop and whatever. You understand? So, me see all a woman, she sell a little thing and whatever and thing. Probably have her picking them and she also for her picking them. And me see the MPM them, hand it to her and she inside of the market, you know, she not up on the street, you know. And I say, but she in the market, she in the market. But apparently the cart illegal. Remember, you know, people she push her hand cart, you know. And she sell look something, and whatever, look food and all them something. And then I give it to that person now. Now, when you say, Lord man, officer, I tell you not thief and rob nobody. Make the woman sell away. And what them say, the law is the law. It is illegal. She cannot be out here doing this and whatever. And when the people them say, go on and allow me, man, allow me, because wap. Before you know this, I disrespect police. Wap. And the liquor people them get beaten all the while. And the argument that is made is, stop talking about them, I look at hustle and them, I sell them, look at thing and them, I do them. It is illegal. If it is illegal, it is illegal. Discipline must be maintained. And this is a problem that is wrong with Jamaica. Because we excuse all this behavior and whatever, and then they mushroom and then they evolve into bigger things. And you have to bend the tree from it young before it get old. And you have to nip it in the bud. That's why these little people, when them do these things, we have to hold them accountable. People, my life is an open book. And when me did younger, me used to admire gunman, because me never know better. Me used to admire hustle and gunman. And when them are justify what them do, when them are justify for go shoot up, when I talk about the real problem for crime, and all them something there. When me I tell you, me hear this over and over around gunman when me grew up around Waterhouse, Southside, Blake Road, Gold Street, and Cloverly Road and Blake Road, Southside. Me hear different versions of the following. And I see them uptown people and whatever with them do and them get to with them thing that show them have powers, you know. And show we don't have them last name and we don't have them skin color and them education and them something that and show we not knocked with them, you know. Ray, them the I want to reach this or two. I want to reach this or two, man, untouchable and thing and them semi strength and all them something there. I want to reach this or two and I saw them to fit them thing and hustle. And get to it for them thing and see that them level a big house pan hill and something and I drive nice car and have whole heap of hot girls and all them. So people may hear them. The point I'm making is there's a lot of young men right now. I watch how this thing unfold. I want to cuss a bad word. I watch how this thing unfold and it's going to be yet another chapter where reinforce the hypocrisy in our country. If people get to with this thing, it's going to be yet another chapter where they look at young youth, them are going to see and say, eh. So I saw the jugglings go. But and eat a big food and thing and have certain links and contacts and whatever. Where. Me want that too. And if me can't get that because me don't have access to that and whatever, gunshot and then me I go get it. We live in a country right now where somebody who I try to make an honest living out on the road. I sell something. The authorities I beat them and I take with them things and fling with them things and fling it in a truck. Somebody who jumped the fence at King's house and got picked to Aki. Gone at jail and prison in front of the court. Are you two a graduate and go say, you want to big up on the big clad self and Jamaica lose them damn mind? Action need to be taken. Everybody mouth loud. One young lady from Zip FM foolishly got reinforced antisocial behavior from another Jamaican man who in his frustration about theme taxi thing and whatever, bullied innocent law-abiding citizens, wrongly so, and she foolishly got big him up and whatever, and everybody mouth loud. Companies mouth loud, everybody mouth loud. And what is the loud? Discipline. It's important for the country, and we love this country, and everybody a patriot. And when something like this happen now, we involve Usain and whatever, and the big shot people, let the courts deal with it. You know, we're not going to say anything right now. When you go here from here, some man, and I say a fool and take your people them for. When you think the little gunman them out, it's like say when you think the gunman them are idiot, or when you think say them not care and them not see. Which is foolish because them are the smartest, some of them are the smartest people them out there. You don't want to know what contribute to crime? You want to know what contribute to killing and murder and the widespread criminality and the violence and them something. People, this why unfold this Usain saga have a direct connection. Don't make them fool you to what going out there on the road. This type of corruption. People, me no want in politics or whatever, you know. Me no want in politics, you know. But people, me remember one time, you know, a former prime minister, you know. Somebody go report the former prime minister about something, you know. And the police fulfilling their mandate. Them go to the former prime minister office and say, we are investigate so and so and so and so. And we would like to, you know, talk to you. People have to understand, you know, them police, they never just go there, so, you know, them ask, you know, most of them ask permission first, you know. This is how the game is played. So for them supervisor must have said, well, you have to go, or whatever, whatever. I don't know what the backstory was. But them go, people, this is public knowledge. The former prime minister ran with the police and said, get out of here. Who you chat to? You can't chat to me. The former prime minister said, you tell them, say them now no manners. And ran them out of that. What I'm saying to you is that at that time, me and some other people who them name will not be mentioned, but at the time who unfortunately involved in this and that and Ray, allegedly. When we were observing that, we were like, bombard. Yo, well, we have a street name for the former prime minister. And we use a street name. And we say, John, you show them man the heavy. Police can't chat to them man, they see. You can't chat to them, and people, you know, supposedly, you know, there was some credible evidence here, you know, to pursue an investigation against the prime minister at the time. And the former prime minister was able to run them out, run out the police and all them things there. This is that hypocrisy. Some people have the powers. I'm telling all the while. When me about me going to several jail at Jamaica, and I just one set of people me see in I jail them. Without going into them jail, you know, you come from a certain area, you deal with people who, you know, you go visit so and so down them days it was jeeps and thing and whatever and Ray. And so even without me going in jail, me know who go in a jail and who go to prison. And it's one set of people that go. Which again must only mean that it's only them people that commit crimes where them can't go to prison for. Which we all know is absurd. And if such is not true, and if that absurdity is systemic, sustained, perennial, and continuing, then it means it exists to benefit some people at the cost of others. And it also means, as it has meant, that the youth them I observe it and I watch how it work and I study how it work and thing. And over the years we have seen where Them learn the game. Them understand the role of guns. Them understand the role of how to bring in guns. Them realize they concluded that they needed to compromise customs. Them understand the courts, who have network and thing, and which judge is aligned with so and so and so. When me there half 3 jail, that was an education for me about how Jamaica really are run. Yeah, some case run fear and whatever, this and that. But when me hear which money are coming, get the money for the lawyer, I've got to get the judge, I'm going to get a man, I've got to get the judge and whatever, and this and call a man for so and whatever, and call a MP and tell himself to send over thing and thing, make them kill a case for me and whatever, this and that. People, corruption a big thing at Jamaica, and a offer money strong, and a offer links proper. And things, see? No, I'm not naive. I'm not going to say this is exclusive to Jamaica. This is all over. I'm not saying that this is a game that is played here only, but I'm going to say there's an end to this thing. Life is a process, whether you like it or not. And you achieve as much as you can achieve in your lifetime, and then you try to pass on the baton and have somebody else carry it on and thing and whatever. And the idea is to continually grow. Like betterment is not an end. There's not a zenith, to success and, whatever. There's not an apex. There's not a limit, to, success and betterment. It's a process. I understand that. I get it. But what we have here now, I'm telling you, you have people listening me right now and be like, okay, Raga, you point taken, but what you believe? Raga, what you think? Are you the first person to say something like this? Oh, Lord. Please, Raga. People are saying what you have said long time. People say it better than you long time. And they're right. And nothing not change. So why you think say it won't change now when you attack Raga? Raga, you need to shut your mouth. You need to figure out how to play the game and get your one too. Yeah, that people are listening to me and I think right now. Why I know? Because I was told that on many occasions in Jamaica. On many occasions, well-meaning people come up to me and say, Raga, you are speak out against these things and whatever, and you're right, but to what avail? This is to no avail. Nothing will come out of it. I have people, there were about 3 different times. People on one side will say to me, Raga. I remember one person said to me, Raga, the way you talk, you're upon the fence. Someone said, what is the fence? You defend justice, you defend fairness, and you defend what? That is the fence. Someone said, wait, the fence is defending justice and betterment for the country. Them say, yes, that is the fence. He said that is the fence. Someone said, when you are defend betterment for the country and them something and whatever, you hold both sides accountable and this and that, and you know, say you're there over here, say you're there over here, sir, are you for uptown or whatever this. That is being on the fence, yes. And listen what him say. And him say, when you're on the fence, you're easy to get shoot off. Say what? When you're up on the fence, you're easy to get shoot off at the fence. Raga, you not gonna change nothing by being on the fence. You need to pick a side. That the man tell me. You need to go up on one side of the fence. And to show you how the man is just an objective person and a real. Him say, listen, you don't even have to come on our side, You can't go up on a side, you can't go up on for them side, But at least you're not up on the fence. And you have them to defend you if some things reach you. Fence people don't get anything done, him explain. Fence people not accomplish anything. Them not make money. Them not live big life. Him say, you need to be on the other side or be on our side. If you're on our side, we are going to protect you. If you're on for them side, them are going to protect you. So this is not about justice and betterment for the hospital and betterment for school. And I'm saying those are just kind of like supplementary thing, corollary thing. where the real game is played in terms of where wealth is built and whatever. Come off of the fence, pick a side. Link with the right people. Grow your thing. So that when certain things reach you, you not go jail either. Because a fool people go jail. So basically, I say you need to get on a side so that, you know, you get access to so and so. And if something bust out, we know what to do for protect you. We protect our own. And them over there, so them are going to protect for them own too. And what I'm saying, this Usain thing, I saw it play out. Enough of them big shot people, you know, who did a laugh and chat with Usain and be whatever this and that and thing and what. You see them a roll out to defend him. Everybody quiet. No, we have to let the investigation is ensuing at the moment. And we know that law enforcement, in collaboration with the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the Union, they're aggressively pursuing all leads. It's a friggin' pantomime, people. This is nothing new. They go play out. The only thing that I think might be different here again, you know, is the Usain factor. Because of the Usain factor, there is a potential for it to get constant attention. And there's going to be this continuous checking in from international media houses and different entities and so forth. Yeah. Whatever happened to that matter with Usain's money? What became of it? Is there an angle there that we can pursue? Is there a story there? Is there something there that you know, that we can get some capital from? You know, that is that angle alone may make this potentially come out a little different. Or this woman I know, Jean, what's her name or whatever. Now we are here say she did a manage Usain account too. And some interesting things are evolving now with the gentleman Norman Peart, who was Usain's business manager for 12, 15 years and things like that. So there's all sort of stuff is being said there now. Right? He was fired in October, November. He came out and said it was amicable. Usain and him personal manager said no, it wasn't amicable. Allegations are that he was the conduit, the liaison, the link between Usain's money and SSL with the Peart woman and manage Usain money. But the Peart, nowhere here says she didn't manage Usain money. But initially, when she came out and she gave that litany of 39 people or more, who she said she robbed how much millions, Usain wasn't in it. And either she did directly say she not involved in the Usain thing, to the point where there was much speculation that, not speculation, but there was these allegations and speculations that she, you know, they have these little sanitized terms that they use, you know, whatever that. She appropriated other people's money, but she did not do so with Usain money. And that it was a strategy on her part. And that there were some efforts to make her the fall guy. It's a sexist term. It says guy, but it could mean male or female. So usually, sometime when these things go down, you need somebody to take the blame. And some of these Machiavellian people who are very, shall we say, calculating and strategic and callous in the way they do, in the way they play the game, you know. They will set up people to take the blame, and before you know it, you know, a little person end up in a prison, and the public is satisfied that somebody got, you know, prosecuted, and imprisoned and placed in a penal facility for this and thing and whatever, and they manage it so and so. So supposedly the argument was made that she never touched Usain money, but other people thief Usain money and thought that there was a way to blame her. So that's why she come out and whatever. There's reason to believe that it is not that simple. Now we're hearing that she was managing Usain's money also. And then which, might be, the trajectory that's about to be taken. So it's all on her, which supposedly was what she was trying to avert when she came out and revealed the other people and money who she supposedly take with. In other words, it's a mishmash thus far. And there is much confusion. But remember, people, sometimes confusion is the objective also. If the thing is confusing and muddled and whatever and thing like that, it's harder to pin it on one person, or it's harder to find the actors who were affirmatively involved in the removal of the funds from these people, well-meaning people who work hard and invested their money. So sometimes confusion is the objective, because court cannot convict on confusion. I don't know what the standard is for conviction on any of the charges that may or may not evolve from these things. But at a minimal level, you have the preponderance of evidence to say, based on the evidence, circumstantial they may be, it is more likely than not that this person only, or this person in collaboration with this person, did so and so and so and so and so, and thus must be found guilty. I am not educated on that part of the thing, but I'm just saying that sometimes, though, the confusion is the objective, because if the thing gets muddled and you can't make your way out of it, and you don't know who is who. If you don't know who is who, you can't blame nobody, and just like that. But I'm saying, all things being equal, even if somebody get blamed, the sad reality here is them not get back the money there. Them not getting back their money. Them not getting back the money there. And there is a plethora of evidence out there that, while not definitive, in not that while we don't yet can see the clear path in all of the money gone, there is substantial evidence out there that more people of influence and affluence, they know way more than has already been revealed. Not only that they know more. You have people out there who know the people who know more. Who know, say, so-and-so know more, and this person know more, and this angle of the thing, and that angle of the thing. Me, I tell you that. And those people, their attitude and their posture is their hands are tied, they can't say anything, and things. So the people who were the aggressive patriots, because what is interesting about this thing, some people are giving you the impression that even though the investigation is going on, their hands are tied, they cannot say anything. And that is not true. It is not true in the sense that we don't hear any outrage from them. All we have heard thus far is the usual preamble of platitudes. It's these things that compulsory you should say these to create a facade of balance, which is that It is just an outrage that an icon, has lost his, lost his money, and he did indeed have an account there. And it's just an outrage that, this has occurred. Well, but the investigation is going on, and we're confident that so and so and so. People, there's no outrage. They're not pissed off. They're not angry. They're just, them just make the regular talk. This is the same thing that go on every time these type of things come up with them big time people and whatever, and this and that. This is the same game that has been played. And as soon as Ragashanti come on the radio and say, John, when I love sort out, when all the woman did, when she bend up on the sofa angle and give me the back, oh my God, I can't believe, how can he be on radio? Cordell Green, get him off. He's destroying the country. He's destroying our children. How can we have a better nation with him? People, this is the same thing. And them just distract you with foolishness. And no found on run follow them. And them same one talk and whatever. Listen, people believe what we make, what we allow them to believe. This is something me hear powerful people saying. People believe what we allow them to believe. So you're essentially automatons out there, You are, it's a chess game. And you are the least valued members. And people just say, that's how the world is, and that's how it has always been. And people like Raga, you chat too much because that not change anything. Well, the truth is, though, if everybody did assume that in our history and believe it not change anything, we would still be under the whip of the white man, don't it? We would have still have cut cane in a cane field, don't it? Or whatever it is that would have been the product dominating the market to make them wealthy now, don't it? And it's because some people did speak out and were willing to make some sacrifices and whatever, while we are experiencing some changes here, don't it? While we have experienced some changes here. And we should be thankful for those people who spoke out and did what they had to do and didn't become, selfishly cynical and said them nah do so and so, because we had our share of those, the house niggas and the this and that and the ray and things like that. But we had those who always stood up. And because they stood up and spoke out and whatever, even incrementally in small bits and whatever, things did get better. And so it is, we have a lot to be thankful for because of those people who spoke up. And sometimes it's a little gesture. Even a small gesture can make a difference. I was reading something recently where a janitor in a school, he must sweep up his school and take up a paper then. And a principal go up to him and say to him, I can see you grading papers instead of picking up papers. That the principal said to the janitor. That seed was planted. And through a series of events, struggles, that janitor went to several schools, graduated college, got an advanced degree, became a teacher, got an advanced degree, and ended up principal of that same school that he was a janitor. Where the principal at the time just go up to him and expressed a small gesture of love. And that mushroomed into something profound in the man. We didn't get here with laziness and thing and people just being complacent and playing the game. We got here because Paul Bogle walked from Stony go up and so and so and so. Sadly, when I grow up, I used to like Bustamante because them train if I like Bustamante and Norman Manning. Then when me hear a Bustamante go to the Rasta them, which is an unresolved issue, yes, and it burned me. I'm upset about it all now and whatever. Because Bustamante, you know, I know this and that, and I go for the Queen and first Prime Minister and whatever and all, and sitting there and whatever. But when Busta said out the police them to go kill off a Rasta man and a Rasta woman them and whatever, and we still don't have an official statement on that, which should be an official condemnation of what he did. And think, I burn up Busta from this, and then we start like, you know, Bogle, and think, and then really get full of God before his mind. But you know, we really rate you now too, in terms of our national hero. George William Gordon, man. Prezi, you ever hear about, we soon take a break. You ever hear about George William Gordon, Prezi? White man, you know. And the man stand up against slavery and say slavery wrong, you know, man. White British man doing well. And them go over to George and say, George, you can't say them something, you know. What you do when I like it, stop it. George said, no, stop it, it's wrong. And George, I go on. And I'm going over to George and say, George, you know, understand, you know, the people them vex, you know, it all reach England, you know. George said, no, stop it, it's wrong. And George, I go on and I burn out the thing, and I'm go back and say, George, the people them say, I'm going to come for you, you know, George. Stop it, man. George said, I'm not stopping it. It's wrong when I do to black people, them. Boom, them charge, George. After them charge, George, them say, George, you have to stop it now. No, I'm not stopping it. It's wrong. Them go to George and say, George, they get sentenced. Them are going to hang you. They got the thing, you know. It's them are going to hang you. Me not stopping it. Wrong. Then carry George, and when George dead, if they're going to hang George. And thing on them, I give George a talk. George say, right now, the only person I want to apologize to is my wife, you know. And thing, you know, and George take off him glass. You know, George William Gordon. And George right till him dead. George dead a burn out slavery. George dead a burn out a system where benefit a small elite over the masses. And them hang George and kill George William Gordon. Hang him, kill him. White man in Jamaica burn out slavery. And him dead a burn out slavery. In Jamaica. So people, what we have here, so everybody sacrifice for it. Big up Taki, big up everybody. Big up the unsung heroes and all them something. And about to make the people them go and trick on the man. What happened to Usain and them people are part of that thing that will benefit some people over others. Now make certain type of people full of prison. And certain type of people never see prison. Them a talk about the little things that matter. Them love talk about the little things that matter with the people them who selling at the street and all them something there. But when a white Jamaican man with a traffic ticket thing and the senior police officer who they look out for him, and the black senior police officer get knocked with it and whatever, and the white man, nothing to reach him too tough, nothing to reach him and whatever, and who get the right name, the end of the stick and the ugliness, and them thing I play out all the while, me I tell you, the hypocrisy. Some people love to talk about revolution and things. It don't have to be revolution. But just want to know wise up and just watch how them distract no more time and thing and whatever, and say this and that and what the country need and whatever. People, can you identify a transformational leader right now whose rhetoric and language is such that you feel them and you know that person I mean better for the country? Can you identify anybody out there like that? I'm not talking about the partisan thing like me, I die at PNP, I die at JLP. Can you identify anybody in the private sector, them people that who full amount and who love talk about, you know, we have to start with this and that and put country first. Can you identify any one of them right now? out of all these allegedly bright people who know for judge others and punish others, and they look at small people them out there and put this mechanism in place to make sure say everybody do this and that, and more money for come in from the traffic thing and whatever this and that, and beat down them people out of market and all them something then or whatever. Can you identify anybody who has said them see them something there and willingly and brave enough to we get up and say, no, we can't have somebody of a lighter, a white complexion and whatever, and with certain sort of political platform or this or that, run with police and tell police can't chat to them, and you don't have anybody there. A fool the people, them a fool you. And the fool will start right with this Usain thing, and the other people them who lose their money. Watch how the thing play out, people. As this American journalist love to say, who me like what? Rachel Maddow and MSNBC. She like to say, don't watch what them say. Watch what them do. We're soon forward.
Oh yeah!
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
Time! Ready.
I Mixup An Blenda time. I'm going to the car and talk with the king.
Look at that. All right, look at that. Yo, see, when I take it here, we are going to run here now. Pouring petrol with engine running on naked light will attract a fine of $4,000. Why? The money effort turn up, people. Be a ticket of a rinse right, All right. 876-676-4996, we are about 20 odd minutes to go. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. Right. President, look out if any caller come in from Jamaica there. Yeah? I make me know. 876-676-499. Oh, this thing here. See. Okay, good. 120 Fox. Jesus God, look like me miss Fox birthday, Fox, darling, my apologies here. 20 Fox. All right, let me see what I go on here, so. Professor, enough blessings and respect for the show with the couple of interesting points. You handle it professionally. Thank you. This person, next person say, Damian Crawford is the only politician I hear split justice and look out for the long-term benefits of the country other than Michael Manley. Thanks for the knowledge, Raga. Raga, I love watching you because I learned so much from you. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. All right. No, people, you see that. People, you have to understand, whoever, what has come out so far, and I know one taking money, it look like a money been a take, and I hear some reports say, like the account open, but supposedly there were times when Usain send over money for going and the money don't even reach. So supposedly, allegedly, I'm choosing my words carefully, there is a party, an actor involved in this who wasn't Usain held in his good graces and know the person for years and was of the impression that it was Usain. Usain was of the impression that this is his friend for years and years and years. And allegedly, that person was a conduit. That person was, the intermediary in terms of the money supposed to go over to the account. And supposedly, there were instances when the money never go over. I just tell you no one here. I don't know if anything actually. Then now, allegedly, somebody a thief the money, including Usain money, allegedly. Then while that person a thief the money, that person I watch everybody money, President over here. That person I watch everybody money. But so when that person I watch your money now, I'm never tell you how me get him. I go look closer photo. So President said that person that thief for money, So when that person that thief for money, that person that know how much money then left over here, so over here. So when the person go back now, the money they got the money they go. So the person I said, well, I there. I will take with that. Got the person come for chop off piece more than money, The thief a thief, I'm going for chop off piece more than money. But when them got the money to chop already, so the person I said, man, somebody else chop the money to man. So the person go say, Ray, and say, then, Ray, but when two thief are thief, but each thief now go tell the other thief, say them a thief too. So that is one explanation we get. So, say it's a confusing this, because me don't know how it works, people, but it look like when them a tell you, I say, Cardi B make a talk with you, and I see what's thing, Cardi B say, boy, she have to pay people to invest our money, but she have to learn the thing too, which is important. Because people from when I hear, you see that look a country youth and thing and whatever, and them target him this, And however them go make him do it now, the money invest in a Usain name, right? So say you are Usain and you have a good friend now who you trust. And that friend you say, them come from the circle, the uptown professional circle, and you're a friend that they everywhere, meet, leaders travel all over the world, and you're a friend that tight. And a friend that said to you, say, nah, man, I saw the money for go, man, and Ray. So you that thing said, if you say no, go trust them friend now and say, all right, angle it, cause boom, bang, bang, bing. That thing said the friend that put it in a Usain name. Me don't know what Usain see, or what them show him, or what. I don't know if Usain see something in his name, because supposedly there were times when Usain did a check it and see some money. I don't know what he must see. So they must say, look like if did a check something false, them give him for thing, that I don't know. But what it come down to is that Usain money did invest in the name of one company. When you're president, well sitting, right? So and I don't know who were the, because even though it's a company, the company have to have executive officers. So I don't know who, but supposedly, allegedly, them put it in our company name and then in a Usain name. So allegedly, pursuant to the provisions of the law, is crazy because Usain technically can't go there go say. Usain supposedly technically can't go there go say, go show them something and say, see so and so, yeah, give me my money, because he's not on record there. So I saw them, I say, and this are a part of the muddy part people. Because all them I put it is like, I put it this way, if the thief smart and clever, the thief are going to say, well, Usain can't come and come whatever, because Usain, technically there's no record of Usain invest in $10 million, yes, so we're grow to 12.7 million US dollar, right? 12.7 million US dollar. And if Usain can do it, but the money was there, who put the money there and where the money they go? and who did a thief it, and who say who a thief it and thief some too, or who thief it and put it over there so, and da 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 da, and who thief it and send it over so, and send it over so, and send it over so. Hence, the FBI are coming in and thing because they have permission to track the money, which party did send, and all them something and whatever. So the youth was targeted, and all me I say is, it sounds to me like them people, them calculate the thing and say, you seeing a weak fence, yeah, man, because yo, the people them touch certain, it look like if people, I have to say it that way upon radio, it look like them go so boom and chop certain people and lower out certain other people. So them choppy weak fence them. They look at people them out there and whatever, and the big company apparently whatever, them not touch them there. And allegations are them never touch Bro God money too. And they must be afraid of Bro God because them don't know so Bro God will come over there and kick off face and defend him two son them money. You understand? So it look like them afraid of Bro God but not afraid of Usain. But I bet if Dodo sit there road and Usain and Dodo dance ding dang song every day, them want to touch Usain money because them just say, no, not touch Usain money. See my short man a dance they so we don't want them come put two shots in a way and then no wonder why the youth them no want to pick up badness. Because of that no respect. Some of the big shot people are that no respect. Now people me here say, me hear a little thing going out there and thing. I don't know what it is. So I ask me about it and thing. I don't know. But so somebody pick up a bag of shot and it looked like it was a hit. And some people I say something about you see an architect. You hear about that, President? Well, it a go around. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. But me I sure know people wicked. I don't know if you see that video they are going on about you seeing I worship the devil and thing and whatever. I want something when you see and did a weird dress. You know, one commercial thing and whatever, and them I say this and that. You see it? But to him join the Illuminati. President, you see it? Yeah, man, they start planning case. Now, once you get popular, once you get popular in this day and age, people are gonna say things about you. People, but my notice said this thing I take up steam out there now. Right? And this video go around, Usain Bolt exposed. Or bring in the Sean. I press you for telling you. Oh, Jesus, it look like Sean have a caller there. Bring in the call. Yeah. But I mean, he must send a message to me, but are you him did for tell? Can you be a look for him? I look for him. Hello. Why going too cute? Long time.
True, man.
Turn her up there in me as a president. Make me hear her louder there. Sean, make me hear her louder. Why going?
A good one, no, man. Me there.
Okay, I hope you be here every day doing, you know. Oh.
Yeah, man, with the dove.
Are the dove are the same dove you use, though?
Different. Well, me use the same dove, no must done.
That me mean the same brand. Hi.
Yes,
Me can't beat me so.
Yes,
Hi.
yes, a dove me gone to. You tell me to stay up on the dove side.
Yeah, stay up on the dove side because the dove make you smell good too, you know. When woman beard with dove, when woman beard with dove, man want bite them up, you know that's something they do.
That's true, man.
Why yo?
The dove turn up.
Why yo? So what one?
Anyway, you see what you say about the ticket thing, the 30-year ticket the man say, because me no miss Cliff Hughes, you know.
A 30-year ticket?
Yeah, 30 years.
No, man, hold on.
38 years.
38 years, him have tickets, yeah. Me and Mama say Cliff Hughes are into, and that is awful. 38 years I ain't playing a ticket. That is indiscipline. So no wonder the authorities said them have to do something about it and thing. Yeah.
Cliff Hughes even asked him why him say when he get then a ticket, then drink from all to get boarded.
Yeah. But him said no, he's being held accountable and him pay the price, no?
Exactly. Anyway, today you see me round at the front I talk to a man.
Yeah.
So my sister called me and said, Ilian, Raga, you did live today?
Yeah, man, me the live today, but upon Ragashanti TV on Facebook, we have a YouTube channel over there, you know.
With the Britney thing and...
Yes, man, the Britney thing get hot today, you know, it get hot.
Listen it, me I tell you, say no, man. Me not tell no lie, Raga, me really love Britney.
Yeah.
And me love Mark too.
Right.
Mark am a general because he is an intelligent man.
Right.
But he's very controlling.
You think same control? You think some Mark is
man, Mark is controlling.
Okay. And what made you conclude that based on what was presented from both Britney and Mark today? What made you conclude that?
Because, all right, number one, the funeral.
Yeah.
3 family members dead, and when me hear that, man, and me I say to my sister walk and say, Britney, no one got no funeral.
Oh,
because Mark could never tell her, you know, her family funeral. And even for the baby, me I just on my baby and grab up my baby, even if he just show me face, Ragashanti, couldn't stop me from go.
Right.
The family member Britney wrong when she tell her sister everything what happening at the house. That no fear.
Right, and I did mention that, but remember, Britney came back and basically saying that she didn't, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically she has said the nature of them marriage and how them juggle is that Mark basically constrain her and she not go out and things like that. So the result is she not really have no whole heap of friend out there, anybody who she can talk to. And Britney gave her the impression that the only people who has been there for her right through it, who she can talk to, is our family and her sister. And she also gave us the impression that the pressure, I get the sense of Britney that she feel like she has been trapped and she needs for kind of, she need for Mark said nothing about so, but that is what I'm getting from her. Yeah,
Britney cup full and
yes.
Full, she all a heap of things for a long time. The way she attack.
Yes.
And her cup full now, she gets fed up at everything.
Yes.
You understand me? But even if me and my husband have certain problem in my house, it better we try to solve it and tell sister everything. Sister not supposed to know everything.
No, but here's the problem. I'm coming to that, but, and let me just say, if you recall, I said to Mark, say, and I had to press him to ask him if him really did say what Britney said him say. Because Britney was very firm, say, them not done dead already. As part of the argument for she not go to her 3 relatives.
If him said so, I know.
Yeah, and he must say if him says so, he must say it was out of context. So if you remember my response, she was like, Mark, with all due respect, there can be no justification for you to say that. No matter what you're going to explain, once you have your wife, I say your relative, the relative could have distant look more. It is still a callous and insensitive thing to say if them not done that already as part of your argument that she's not supposed to go to the funeral. So me tell Mr. Ma, you're wrong there. So. But at the same time, remember though, when we say if Britney, whatever, what got the sister, it's easy for we say that, remember, say all the time when people end up with something crazy in a relationship, what you hear we say, then I better she did go talk to somebody about it, or better him did go talk to somebody about it than go do so and so. Right? So, and you hear what Britney go on. Britney at that point, Britney is just like the pent up something there. That is why when me I tell Mark, I try to tell him, I tell him, say, Mark, I'm not even talking to you as a counselor now. I want you to know, me and I say, you're bridging attack, listen me now. Britney is at a point of no return. Me can't tell you that. Me old enough find out the game long enough to know when woman reach a point there. Britney at a point where she not cash in a business. She not hate him, but there's a lot of emotion and pent up thing in her, where whatever. That's why I tell him, Mr. Mark, when woman reach a point there, if you want some hope for salvage this thing, your best bet is to just leave them alone. Brittany needs some freedom and space right now. And if she come back around to you, fine. But me know you feel you have to defend yourself and thing, but whatever been going on, immaterial to the reality that Brittany is at a point right now where it's just like, me no care. And you should reel out something and whatever, a whole heap of things she carry inside and thing, and me just not want to go escalating and nothing crazy and thing. And if that means you know, I back off and leave her, make she do her thing, knowing full well, she might go on and leave. It might happen. That is just a reality, right? It might happen. Or as well as they might build back or something happen and thing, but it's at a point now where Brittany has had enough. And we get that sense from her.
Raga, sometime, me not tell no lie, me hear Brittany and Mark on the radio, and sometimes you hear some people, some couple, and you see some couple, and you would have said, boy, I would like to be like them couple there. But trust me, I true you don't know what I go on in them couple their life. You understand me?
Yeah.
But Mark control. Very much control.
Right. And him not see it, so you know. Him not see. But but most men who are controlling, you know, they don't see it, you know. They really don't see it. And from what Brittany has been explaining, like she have multiple, many examples of him being controlling, you know?
Yeah. Because she can't even talk to her family, them in peace over phone.
No, she said, I hear certain way she wear, I hear certain clothes and thing or whatever. It's you know, so that's something that, you know, it's kind of rough, you know. So weird. So you listen free up to that too, Ragashanti TV over YouTube. Okay.
Because my sister get the notification.
Nice.
So she called me and say, Ilian Raga. Me say, you sure say it's live? She say, yeah, it's live. And she tell me how much people are watching them something.
Yeah.
And then she give me a laptop to go and listen.
Yeah.
So, you know, she have to do for her thing.
Yeah.
She can't just sit down and listen, you know?
Right. Yeah, man, but it was heavy today with Brittany and Mark, man. And Brittany really pour out, you know. Brittany really come out and stuff.
God know, I'm really sorry for Brittany.
But remember, you know, Mark said, listen, there's a lot of things me can say about Brittany too, but I'm not going there. I'm not going to talk bad about her. Mark, you know, he has been consistent with us. Said, listen, there's a lot of basically give the impression and said, listen, there's a lot of things if me say it right now where Brittany do. You know, that frighten and shock and probably, you know, right. But him say him not do it, but as she always talk bad things about me and talk anything will come out mouth. So I just want to be reminded that he said that, right? And so it's
Mark turned the lady in a monster.
No, you can't. People don't turn people into things. People choose to become whatever they can, right? You have to be careful with that here. If you want to say Mark's behavior led Brittany to choose to become a man, whatever, then fine.
Yes.
Because if we apply that logic for women, then we're going to justify the man them who are kill woman and I say, the woman make me go do it because she do so and whatever. So if we don't want the logic to apply to one side, you know, conveniently, then we shouldn't, you know, we should be careful that, you know, we clarify it when we're using it. But we understand what you're saying, that there, you're basically, that was your way of saying that there have been conditions in the marriage over the years and thing or whatever that has led Brittany to choose to be, you know, when Brittany says she have to sell 14 fold for go our family funeral because Mark never.
No, the lady who have cancer. She go look for the lady who have cancer.
Lady is our relative.
The
sister who have cancer, yeah. And she says she have to, and the sister want her to come help her Mark, now want her to go.
No,
and
that wrong.
If that goes so, Mark is again, Mark is saying no, and I saw it really go, but if it really goes so and thing, no, that rough, that,
Wrong, man. It's wrong.
All right.
When
Yeah, man.
you, when you can't get another husband or another boyfriend, you can't get a next sister or a auntie.
Okay, that is one way to look at it. Yeah. That is one way to look at it.
Mark, she just humble, man, and give the lady space. She needs space.
I concur, right?
And you see, he must talk about if he miss such a bad person, she not to talk about a daughter, a keeper there and then something there.
Well, you don't think he has a point there, though?
He have no point there, sir.
Why?
He just a talk to make it look pretty on film side.
Okay.
Just a
No, but to be
that-
clear, though, what he's saying that that Britney is consistently talking about how much of a bad, awful person that he is, and he's saying that, and then Britney has been saying that the pastor come in there writing all in them bedroom and help them from years ago and thing. And Britney's saying that nothing has changed and all of that. It's not changing.
Yes.
And basically that he's still a bad person. And she, is even saying that he's a dishonest person and so forth. But what Mark is saying is that, well, if I'm consistently so bad and you're so consistently unhappy, then this is not a situation for you. And what he's saying is that whenever he has said that, her response has been something to the effect that she's still there because of of their daughter. And then his response,
just because Mark intelligent, that's why I'm attack them words that will make it look bad from Britney's side, because remember Britney said them break up already and our sister put them back together.
Right, okay.
Just because Mark is intelligent, that's why I'm attack them things there.
Okay. Somebody and I were talking about, because after the show I saw it going, but one of them was saying that she get the sense that Mark considers himself so intelligent that he is always talking down to Britney. That's what she said.
Exactly.
You share that?
Yes.
And
yes,
this is somebody from another country,
intelligent.
Not Jamaica either, or America,
Yes,
And the person was, talking and telling me that, that Mark have a little thing about him, and that she said she noticed it,
Mark an idiot, Raga.
Well, certainly not.
Mark is very intelligent.
Right.
Very, very intelligent man. And I lie.
Okay.
So I must talk things to make it look bad from Britney's side. But Britney come full now.
But Britney talk stuff too that look bad from Mark's side. So we are hear it from both sides, really, Well, we are going to see it go. We have to go deal with it a little bit more.
Me wish them all the best,
See them here. All right.
Understand me, because I two couple are married.
One couple.
Two
people.
One couple. One couple were married. Two people were really, really real.
Seeing.
So just come bless up yourself, Raga.
Wow, yourself, man. Anytime you want me send you a barrel or some of them Dove soap, they just tell me, yeah?
All right. Anytime you can do that, Raga. Me and my birthday, just send it in April.
Sure, just send it in April if you catch me, All right, big up yourself here. Love you.
Love.
All right, cool. People want to remind you that this weekend I'll be in East London hosting Lataya party and thing, right? So Ragashanti will be in East London this Friday night hosting Lataya party. London TamFamers, Tambourine family members, TamFamers roll out. Lataya party this Friday night hosted by Ragashanti at in East London, okay? So fly out tomorrow night, reach there on Friday, and the party is on Friday night and thing. And Janet Benbow, saddle up, because you don't know, linkages. Shabba me general, Red Ras Gayan, I want to hey, I want to play with me, you know, make sure say the link make, you know. Okay, so man in a place, and I don't know, so COVID beat with, I'm going with a bag of things. A long time in a job in London, and London I'm a backyard. King Charles, you know that. Okay, London I'm a place. King Charles, you know that. Right? And you don't know, say, oh, Queen Elizabeth, they know the thing set before she drop out and thing and whatever. And I talk to her about it, and one time Charlotte tell me something, if I tell L.A. Lewis to stop, you know, sully up her name and all them something and whatever. I feel make her know, say, yo, Queen, I'm not deal with L.A. Lewis, you know, them boy, I'm not deal with L.A. Lewis, you know. And she'll say, yo, just tell him to stop saying me and my family, but Raga, you don't know. You roll through the place anytime. And she make Charles know. You see it, and Charles say, yo, the Queen say, London are your place, same way. And thing, you know, Charles did all talk to me about one little link for go Ph.D. I say, yo, Charles, go easy, man. Harry cool, you know, I'm in a business and a family thing, you know, but you can't go like you want to come at me a Ph. Harry, you know, you're Harry thing, in a business, and Charles say, all right, now worry yourself. Anytime you want to come along, come along. People, you hear the foolishness. Okay, no, big and serious, and people, Londoners, see you on Friday at Lattice Party and thing over there in East London. Looking forward to that. We're going to have a wonderful time. And then when I come back over the weekend and thing, and I don't know, say free up during the week, same way. Ragashanti TV, I got the channel name over YouTube or over there, so where the beer things are going and thing. Also, follow me at twitch.tv/Ragashanti. At this, I'm going to play music and go on with the party. We have a party them over there again. twitch.tv, not .com. twitch.tv, you know, and then look for Ragashanti and follow me over there. Take care of yourself, people. Have a wonderful time. Blessings and respect. Stay safe. Protection.